That night, I slept in his apartment for the first time. A small, tidy space that smelled faintly of detergent and loneliness. There were no pictures on the walls, only a half-broken lamp beside his bed. I lay awake listening to the hum of traffic outside and thought, I'm married now. But to what, exactly? The early days were filled with rehearsals. We practiced our answers for immigration interviews. When did we meet? What movies we liked? Who cooked breakfast? I learned the names of his cousins. He learned how to pronounce B and B who. Every night, we played our roles, husband and wife, two strangers learning to speak the language of belonging. But somewhere in that play, something real began to take root. It started with the smallest things. He began leaving little notes for me on the kitchen counter. Asterisk, have a good day at work, asterisk. I started cooking dinner even on days I didn't have to. One evening, I came home to find him waiting outside my ESL class, holding a cup of warm soy milk. You looked tired yesterday, he said. Thought you might like this. That's how it began, the quiet shift from pretending to feeling. I tried to ignore it. Love was not supposed to be part of this deal. Love, I told myself, would make everything messy. But one night, I came down with a fever. He stayed up, cooling my forehead with a wet towel, feeding me porridge spoon by spoon. When I finally drifted to sleep, I felt him sit beside me for a long time, breathing quietly. The next morning, he had left a note on the table. Asterisk, you don't have to thank me. Just get better. Asterisk, and that was the first time I realized I was falling. By the time we went for our immigration interview, we were no longer acting. When the officer asked, "How did you two meet?" we looked at each other and both smiled. Not because we had practiced, but because we remembered. That smile carried us through the questions, the paperwork, the approval letter that came 3 weeks later. And yet, when the green card finally arrived in the mail, I felt nothing. It should have been relief, freedom. But instead, I looked at the small plastic card with my new name, Mrs. Nguyen, and realized how strange it felt. We had done it, but now, what were we supposed to be? Months passed, we kept living together, cooking together, sharing bills,